Hello everybody. Today we'll see how do we import a point cloud data into Revit project file. Before we do so, let's understand how the data looks like in Autodesk Recap. So Recap is an application which is used for viewing the data. Like in case you do not have the pro version, it lets you view the data. In case you have got the pro version, it will also let you process the scan data. So we now have the Unit 6 Langley Street scan open in front of us. Okay, and we'll look through the data how it looks like. So let's zoom in and let's orbit around. Now, if you look at it, okay, you see some spheres. So these spheres are meant for 3D photos. Like if you click on one of the spheres, like let's click on this one. We'll wait for recap to complete the processing. It's updating the cache data for we have opened the point cloud initially, like for the first time. So it will take some time. Now, as we see that the scan or the 3D photo has been loaded. Now we can look around like in a photograph, like a panorama, wherein we can check the features of the scan like a photo. You can zoom into the locations and then you can review your data properly. Again, if you see the blackish portion, we see some more spheres. So you just click on one of the spheres and we'll be teleported to that location. So if you see in the map here, this is the location where we are standing. Let's go into the shop. Let's click on the spear. Yeah, yes. So this is 3D photo. In case you want to switch back to the default 3D view, like the point view of recap, you can just click on 3D view. In case you want to do a measurement, you can click on the distance, and then you have got distance here. You can like if you want to measure this particular, let's say I want to measure this conduit. Okay, so we'll click on this conduit here and then click on this one. So just click on this first and the other one here. So now we are able to see what is the distance, what is the size of this particular conduit. So the good part is it is snapping automatically. So you don't have to like break your head with this like snapping part. Now let's try going back to the 3D view. Now we have got the same location but in the point representation. So with this also you can like view the data, the orbit, like holding down your shift key and then orbiting around with your middle mouse button. Now let's try importing the data into Revit. Okay. So what we'll do is we'll go to the Revit software and here we'll just click on the new button. So as to start with the new project. So we'll click on new button and here you would have to take a good template like if you're going to work with millimeters. So by default, if you click on the browse button, Revit will take you to the location where it actually saves around all the templates or the project templates. So basically, if you are looking to work in millimeters, so the template to choose will be metric template. Okay, In case you want to work with the inches, so you'll have to choose the imperial templates. So if you wish to use inches, imperial templates, so you might take the commercial default or default template that is okay for the architectural part of the model, like the architectural and the structural features of the model. In case you want to work with some, let's say, plumbing or HVAC or firefighting, electrical, so you'll have to choose a particular electrical or mechanical plumbing template based on what we need to model. So we'll switch back to the English folder wherein we'll find the templates in millimeters. So we'll go to the English folder and I'm looking for default metric. So I'll click on default metric. So as we need to produce the structural and the architectural model first before we do the MEP model. Click on open, and then once you have chosen the correct template, that is default metric.rte. RTE is the extension for the templates in Revit. So it's Revit templates. Okay. So based on the template, what do you want to create? If you want to go with a new project, so we'll take this project. If you want to create a new template based on the existing template, so we'll take project template. But for now, we are going with the project, so we'll click on project and then click on OK. Now we have got a default, we've got a project based on the default metric template. And if you see, the project name is project 1, and the view which is open is floor plan level 1. Thing is, before you start working on the point cloud data, you'll have to go to the elevation view first of all, and you'll have to make sure that you have deleted all the levels. So we'll not go one by one, just select it at once like this and press the delete key so that you are deleting all the levels and its associated views. So now Revit is posing a warning that alongside the levels, all these associated views will also get deleted. So if you are okay, so we'll click on okay. If you do not want to do it, click on cancel. But we need to do it, so we'll click on okay. As we see that everything has been deleted except the elevation views. That's fine. Let's move into 3D view. So we'll go to the view tab, the ribbon, and then we'll click on the 3D home icon. Okay. So this is default 3D view. And now we'll import the data, import the scan data in Revit. So we'll click on insert and then we'll click on point cloud. Okay. Link panel point cloud, and then you will move to the location. So I'll go to the location where I've saved this data, the this one. This is the RCP file which needs to be imported. So basically this is the RCP file. RCP file is the collection of RCS files which we'll find in the support folder of this recap data. The support folder contains all the RCS files. So here you are not able to look at it. Just change the files of type to RCS, and then you'll find all the scan locations here. And these are individual scan locations, and they are clubbed together or integrated together on coordinate with the help of this RCP file, which you find outside. So you click on this RCP file, and the positioning of this has to be set to auto origin to internal origin. Reason being, if you are working on a point cloud which is geolocated or geo-referenced, so in order to make sure that you are working on the correct coordinates, the best way is to go with the origin to internal origin positioning system. Click on open to load the scan into the Revit project. As you see, the import is getting loaded. We'll wait for a while for it to complete the processing.